And Filipinos don't like risk. That's why when you're presented with an opportunity to earn 100% no risk, what do people do? They invest, yes? That's why people get scammed, because they like get rich quick. What you will get here is not get rich quick. It's get rich right. It's the get rich by loving the process, because you have to fall in love with the process. There is a purpose for prosperity. And prosperity comes with a purpose. That whatever you get here, it's not just about you getting money, it's not just about you achieving a lot and looking at money as the end goal, but it's about you using whatever you get to be able to make an impact here in this world. And what's interesting is, from the last time I was here, 2015, ito yung tsura ko. A lot has changed already. The last time I did a talk here in Victory, Alabang, I was 165 pounds. Waistline ko was 34. Totoo. Sabi ko sa wife ko, pag nagtuloy-tuluyan to, palive pa na tayo. Sabi sa niya. For those who, I post some videos on YouTube. If you would scroll back to 2016, yan yung tsura ko. Magang-magana talaga. Oo, totoo yan, totoo yan. Yung suit ko, wala na talaga choice. Pagkakamali ko yan. Pero, at that time, if I have a talk, nahulog yung clicker, hindi ko na siya napupulot. Ganun levels. Over the past 3 years, a lot has changed. As you notice also, there's a lot of things that has happened, not just in the macro economy, not just in our local economy, but in everything. But here's what's interesting. I really believe that this is one of the greatest times to be alive. If I would pick a specific era, a specific generation where I would want to be born, it's here. Because there's so much opportunities to earn right now as compared to what it was 30, 40, 50 years ago. The fact that we can trade stocks from our phone is amazing already. The fact that you can buy stocks of companies in the US from your phone in the Philippines is something that wasn't done 30, 40 years ago. The opportunities to make money is amazing. But I really hope that as you start earning, that you start somehow, I don't know mga backgrounds natin. Some of you might be in debt. Yes? No? Some of you also might be spending a lot na pagtapos ng sweldo nyo, walang natitira. Yung credit card nyo, kupas na sa kasway. Yung true story, di ba nalaman nyo ba, may credit card dati na may picture? Nabutan nyo yun? Hindi ko na nabutan yun, na-research ko na lang din. So, pero yung credit card na may picture, yung sobrang gamit, nakagano na yung picture sa kasway. So you might not have spent a lot on it also. Or you might be someone that wants to start investing but you just think it's too risky. Because investing in general for Filipinos, it's not part of what we're talking about. Agree? It's always risky. And Filipinos don't like risk. That's why when you're presented with an opportunity to earn 100% no risk, what do people do? They invest, yes? That's why people get scammed, because they like get rich quick. What you will get here is not get rich quick. It's get rich right. It's the get rich by loving the process, because you have to fall in love with the process. And I don't know, if there's one thing that I'd like to share, if there's one point that I want you to get, it's basically this. Financial freedom is that you get to live your life at your own terms. When I say, please remember, financial freedom is never about money. But it's the ability that if you have kids and you want them to go to LaSalle or Ateneo, you want them to be a doctor or a lawyer, the money's there. Di ba? Anak, scholar ka na lang sa UP, galingan mo na, mag-football ka na lang, di ba? Hindi. The money's there. Or if you want to travel the world, the money's there. Or if you want to be a missionary, it's time that missionaries also that want to go into missions, that may sobra kayo, pwede kayo mag-missions, pero may sobra pa rin kayo, naghahanap pa kayo ng pwedeng i-bless na tao. That's living life at your own terms. It's never about money. You have to remember, money is just a tool for you. If you are here, and then the purposes of God is over here, in between, you need resources eh. If you don't embrace the fact na kailangan nyo yun, you have to remember, everything that God will need in this earth is gonna pass it through the church. And if we don't use it, sayang. It's about living your life at your own terms. And I want to cast a vision before I start that as Filipinos, have you ever heard the saying na when you get into a good school, pagka-graduate mo, you have the chance to get into a good company. Yes or no? Study hard so you get a good job. Yes? I want to plant a seed. Don't just focusing on getting a good job. Focus on creating jobs. That's the biggest thing that you can ever do. I repeat that. Don't just look for getting a good job. Focus on creating jobs for people. Because that's the game. That's the best thing that you could ever do. And you know what's amazing about that is this. Is it good to give money? Yes or no? Yes. But for me, above and beyond giving money to your relatives, to your friends, there's something that I like giving better. Don't just give them money, give them opportunities. Because if you give them money, you're shortchanging them the ability to make more stops there. But if you give them the opportunity, you give them the ability to also create. That's where it becomes interesting. Why? As you start earning, you give them opportunities, they now start earning. As they start earning, they create more opportunities for other people. And as they start creating opportunities for other people, it becomes a ripple effect. That's why if you follow different economies, are you familiar with China? Yes. Parang province na tayo, di ba? Joke lang. Or India, yes? If you notice it 30, 40 years ago, they were poor. The reason why their economies are surging today is primarily because a lot of them, when they start earning more, they don't stop being an employee. They use what they get, they start businesses. I've had the chance to travel to where there's a lot of overseas Filipinos, and the common denominator and the common metric is this. You go to Dubai, you go to Abu Dhabi, you go to Qatar, you go to Saudi, madaming Pinoy doon, madami rin Indian. Pero Indians doon, they only stay for 5 years. Pag nakaipon na, balik, start negosyo. Yung Pilipino, hanggang malakas pa, nandun eh. Oh, why? The main difference is this eh. Pag kumita, yung Pilipino, nasa mall. Yes or no? Yung Indian, nasa park. Pipiknik. Yung Pilipino, pag kumita ng pera, kahit wala na siyang maipon, basta mukhang mayaman, okay na. Agree? The others, at the start, that they don't have money, pero okay lang eh. They save what they have and then they start businesses, then later on, 5 years, they're an entrepreneur. Just for those who don't know me, just a backstory. This was my picture when I graduated from college. That was just 2 years ago. Nakaka-insulto yung tawa nyo. Di ko alam kung na-insulto, tumawa ka din, wow, ang bata niya, or wow, nagsisinungaling siya sa church. But this was me. Nakita niyo? That's me. That was 2005. I graduated, backstory, I graduated from a degree of BS Electronics and Communications Engineering. Never bumagsak ng subject. Passed the board exam. But never practiced engineering in my entire life. Yep. I'm doing entrepreneurship now. I'm investing. What I'm doing right now is far from what I took in college. But you have to remember this. From there to here, and I'll tell you, the secret really, it's all by the grace of God. When you think you're not qualified, that's when God's grace abounds even more. When you think you can't do it, that's when you say, hindi ko talaga kaya. That's where you start embracing God. How did I do it? I don't know. It's always the unearned, unmerited, undeserved favor that God will give us. That's why if you think na, I'm not that smart for business. Tourism graduate ako, hindi yata ako, kaya nga nag-tourism, ayoko mag-numbers. Diba? If you think you're disqualified, guess what? That's the bigger chance for you to rely on who God is.